Now we're in Malta. Now you're not going to believe this, but in here there is a cinema. And it's called the St. James's Cavalier. That's this centre. So to gain entry to the cinema, we go up here. So let's go inside and have a look around the projection room here at the Cavalier Centre. What is the correct name for this cinema?
No, it's St. James Cavalier Cinema. We don't have a name for it as such. We just
Alright.
call it Cinema at St. James Cavalier.
That's beautiful, it really is.
It's set up for, at the moment, Dolby Surround.
Yes.
But it's ready for Dolby Digital.
Oh, fantastic.
So all the speakers are ready and so on and so forth.
And you got a slide projector?
No. We have Davis.
Oh, it's a video. Ah, do you know what? I have one of these at home today, but mine's black. Lovely projector.
But this is the Cinema 10.
Ah.
And the Cinema 10 has really, we've adapted it.
Yes.
Let's see if we can put it on. Wait a second. I'm not sure if it's connected.
Oh, this is such a lovely cinema, you know.
Put up the screen. I don't know if it's connected though. I'll have to check.
So you play DVD or video off it?
We can play DVD and we can play video off.
That is fabulous.
I'll just put this in. See if it picks up. Of the long throw.
Ah, right.
Um,
And change the lens at all?
so yes, we've got the zoom lens.
Wow.
And we will have an anamorphic lens for it.
So that's your anamorphic, and you can do a full cinemascope.
That's right.
That's fantastic.
That's right. We use the anamorphic version of the
Of the film.
which you can now sometimes you can,
Yes.
and see if we can make this work. Let's see. How we do it. We also do it because we want to do conferences and stuff.
Of course.
So that allows us to be able to offer video facilities. Pretty bright picture.
Yes, it's very good. Very impressive.
So we've been able to show, and as you can see with DVD, it's even more impressive.
Yes.
Look at it to have mini festivals like this.
Well, this is it. You can do a lot of art stuff that people can only afford to do DVD, but it gets an audience, doesn't it?
It does.
Yeah.
It does. So.
Oh, it's so impressive.
This machine is all gears.
Oh yes.
It's not, as you can see, it's got a gearing system and no belts or anything.
No, that's much better. Yeah, it's not
So
like the big
it provides
fives.
a very steady picture, a very steady.
Beautiful.
And this machine, it's fully equipped 16mm magnetic and optical.
Fantastic.
This is only optical.
Yes,
so far.
but you're getting digital at some stage, you say.
Yeah.
Yeah.
But again, we'd like to get, if we do find the need for it, we'll get a magnetic for the rushes.
Of course. Of course.
If
yes.
we find the need for it, we can put it in.
Now that sounds really good idea.
This one actually is got the works. It's even got variable speed.
Fantastic. So you can do 18 frames or whatever you need to do. Yeah.
That's right.
So you can show some old silent stuff.
Absolutely.
Yeah, yeah.
And show them at the right
speed.
At the right speed.
Yeah. Oh no, this is really good. Are you government funded in any way?
Yes, we are.
Ah, excellent.
Yes.
And that's why it works well.
We get approximately 200,000 sterling a year to run the place.
That's brilliant.
Yeah, and that has to cover everything.
Staff and
Everything.
change of lamps and maintenance.
Well, not just change of lamps. You've got the theatre, and a music
maintenance.
room, and
Oh right.
you know, I mean, there's a whole.
And do you employ one projectionist?
We employ part-time projectionists.
Uh-huh.
We employ 3 part-time projectionists. That's where we store the films.
That's great.
You know, basically.
Yes.
There.
That's fabulous. Keep the dust down because there's a lot of dust with building.
Except that sometimes people forget to put them away.
As there.
Which is what happened there.
Yeah. Oh no, thank you very much. I'm very impressed. It's beautiful.
So what exactly do you do with this? Is the answer. Le, inċempil lek wara nofsinhar, nistenna risposta issa. Yes, I know. Alright, inċempil lek lura. Ciao.
Thank you.
In fact, let me just switch on the lights. So that you can-
Sure. Oh no, this is gorgeous.
It feels like an old cinema, in fact. It feels a bit like, you know, the old.
Yes. But it's nice, you got festoons and it's just, it feels wonderful.
It's slowly getting an audience. It's still.
Do you know what, I didn't know this was here. I only got told this morning. Had I known, I would have been here as a patron. You know, because it's what I do. I go on holiday, but I watch movies I haven't seen in London. Oh, look at this.
So it's a sweet.
This is beautiful.
It's a sweet environment. We tend to keep the sound levels on the low side.
Yes.
Particularly because our audiences tend to be older.
Yes.
You know, but it's fully set up system. And put it on to flat. Which is on the way out.
That is beautiful.
It's a sweet piece.
No, honestly, I'm not just saying it is, it's gorgeous.
Has a nice feel.
Absolutely.
It has a nice feel. It's a very warm space.
Yes. And it's 109 seats.
105.
105.
Seats. That's all we take.
Wow. Honestly, this is beautiful. Thank you ever so much for letting me see it.
Pleasure. Just pass the word around.
Yes, I will do. Tell all my friends.
If, you know, we're always touting for business.
Aren't we all?
But, you know, I mean, this is why we use the space also for conferences during the day. Because as you can see, it's small enough to actually work almost without a microphone. You can
Oh, you
speak
don't need
to
a microphone.
everybody,
Yeah.
and everybody can speak back. And you know, so we have 3 rooms. We have here. We've got the theatre. We've got the music room, and we are always looking for business. We're always obviously trying to survive.
Yeah. Oh, I'm sure. I mean, how long have you been open?
Since 2000. September 2000.
Oh, right. So you are getting an audience then? People are getting...
Well, it's slowly happening. We are creating more events. We have cinema every day at 6:30 and 9 p.m. 2 shows.
Yes.
We've had special events, like recently we had the Australian Ballet. We had a
Really?
dance video festival.
Yeah.
And that attracted a lot of people.
That's amazing.
We had a year ago the Yugoslav Film Festival, and we got 10 years of films from just before the war to just after, all Serbian.
Yes.
And so therefore all from the enemy line, as it
Yes.
were. But it was an eye-opener. It was very interesting to find out, for example, because we got the directors down, we got the actors down,
Yes.
to find out that they have more difficulty now
Really?
in producing than during the war, because during the war it was financed by the Americans. And in fact, films like Pretty Village, Pretty Flame are really not propaganda films at all. In fact, they're quite blunt about how they think the Serbian government got it all wrong. And it came out in Serbia.
Wow.
We got everything from Tango Argentina, which is the last film to be made before the war, to Sky Hook, which was done as the NATO bombings were finishing. And so you had a 10-year spectrum.
Yes.
Right through the Civil War. And that was really fascinating.
But it
We're
was.
getting an Australian Film Festival now. You may have seen it at the Barbican. That's coming down over here in September.
Yes.
And we're having a German festival later on in the year. So it's picking up. It's slowly. We had a Commonwealth Film Festival as well, and that got lots of people in because it was free.
Right.
We had, again, it was interesting because we had films like East is East.
Oh yes, yes,
Okay.
yes.
And then we had films like Black Narcissus, which we showed on DVD.
Yes.
And again, people didn't realise that they were watching it.
The thing is, a lot of these, like say the BFI in London, or a lot of these art houses in Berlin, I've been to Berlin a lot in the last 2 years, and a lot of them will show it on video because they can't get it on film. But the audience that come to see it want to see the movie.
Right. Yes.
And
yes.
providing the video or the DVD is acceptable, they don't mind. They want to see it.
Absolutely. This is in fact one of the things that we are looking for. We're trying to find networks that will allow us to show a wider spectrum of films, because at the moment there's only one distributor in Malta, and that's KRS.
Yes.
And although they do help us, at the end of the day, the choice of films is very limited.
So can you not go direct to the UK, to the likes of Channel 4 or the Art House? Momentum?
Well, this is it. What we have to do is we've got to find the art house network. Because there's no way I'm going to buy a film, you know, on my own. You know, what happens here is you have distributors. In England, you'll have a distributor who has a chain of cinemas.
That's right.
Right?
Yes.
Now, I need to be part of that chain. Otherwise, it doesn't make sense. It costs £1,000 to buy a print.
Of course it does, yeah.
There's no way I'm going to make that money.
No.
However, if I can identify a chain of art house...
City Screen.
Yeah,
Have you heard of City Screen?
The City Screen, the Screen on the Hill.
Yeah. Well, City Screen is Screen on the Hill. They're Mrs. Hart, I forgot her first name. They're the hair cinemas. We got City Screen. They're an art house chain, and they do their cinemas. They've got one that's mainstream, but all the others are all art house, and that's you know, I don't know, maybe of help. You know,
I'll check. I'll check.
They have a website, City Screen.
Really?
Yeah,
I'll check it out.
Yeah.
I have to work with Britain, because at the end of the day, I need to show films with subtitles. It's useless me getting a German film or a French film which hasn't got English subtitles.
Yes.
So it makes sense for me to link up with a British distributor.
Yeah. So you don't want the exhibitors that you want on the cinemas. You want the yeah.
I want the distributor.
Yeah.
I want the you know, there must be a distributor who is feeding the university art houses, who is feeding, you know, places like
Artificial Eye,
Electric, and
yeah,
you know.
Depends what it would cost for them to ship a print out, even though you don't have to buy it. That's the problem.
Well, then the shipping then is up to me, and
Yeah,
I
of
think
course.
I could get the shipping down for about 100 or so. And then it's a question of saying, okay, what's your percentage of take, and then I'll be able to work it out. You know.
I mean, will the KRS allow you to do that? It's
They
not
wouldn't
a problem.
have a choice,
Yeah,
because if they
you're
don't
different.
have,
Yeah.
if it is not distributed by them, if they don't have the rights for the distributor, then they have no choice.